Today we're going to be looking at the Lancer L5 magazine. This is a 30-round AR-15 magazine. It was purchased for about $18. You'll notice it is a different kind of magazine than a pure plastic magazine. It actually has steel lips up here and makes it a little bit different than our Magpul magazines, which we're going to use for comparison purposes. It's basically a cross between a steel mag and a plastic mag. So without further ado, let's take a look at this inside. Before we start though, I wanted to mention that this magazine weighs 4.5 ounces or 128 grams, and the Magpul weighs 5 ounces or 140 grams. It seems to be a little lighter in the plastic maybe, but it's not cheap. I mean, it doesn't feel like it's flexing, but it does feel like it's a little lighter plastic. So, well, let's take it apart and see how it works. This is the first time I'll be taking the magazine apart. So here we go. Push it back. And there we go. Okay. So we've got our hybrid steel lipped magazine, and looks pretty good. A little dirt in there, but that's okay. And our base plate is a very solid plastic. Our spring seems to be very heavy gauge. Plastic follower, anti-tilt I guess, and a thicker plastic base plate. So there we go, our base, spring base. Okay, let's take apart our Magpul just for comparison purposes. This goes forward instead of backwards on that one. And see the spring, perhaps a little bit shorter than the Lancer. Base plate, maybe a little bit less plastic, you know, a little different quality plastic too. And the spring base is about the same. So we've looked at both of them, and we see that the Magpul is shorter. Gauge-wise on the spring, I would say they're probably about the same. They look very much similar. So, okay, let's put them back together. And let's see what we got here. I think this goes this way. Yeah, there we go. There we go. This goes backwards instead of frontwards. Okay. Back together. Okay. Well, let's try it and see what happens in our Ruger AR-15. We have in the past had some sensitivity problems or problems with some magazines not sitting properly and not ejecting and not feeding and not working very well. Bringing to mind the SWTs from Sportsman's Guide. So let's try the Lancer in there. Okay, that's my fault. It didn't. It fed in there and locked pretty good. Okay, and it free falls. So that's all I can expect in a magazine. I'm sure it works. I haven't had a chance to take it to the range, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. So that's that. The Magpul, same thing. There we go. Falls free. So far so good on these. Price is about $18. They look like a good magazine. We'll have some shooting videos in the future with these, and we'll take a closer look at them at the range. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.